Hello, Team Killer Soup. Welcome to Cinema Express. Uh, I think I should start off with the name first because earlier this show was named Soup and then the word killer was added in front of it. What prompted the change in the name? Anybody can answer it.
It's our favorite flavor. Killer soup.
It can mean many things also.
Yeah.
Show does have some murders, that happen by the wayside casually.
Yeah.
So there are killers in the show. And killer, तो आज के today's part you say क्या killer लग रहे हो यार. So it's that also.
Did you feel that the word soup is like पता नहीं चल रहा उससे that it's a crime thing or like it has related?
I mean, it's actually, when we are writing and developing shows, it's very normal for a title to evolve.
Okay.
Many titles evolve like that. Soup
Yeah.
is still an intake. The show is soup. So
Yeah.
we've just added a prefix to it. Like Abhishek said, to cue the genre. It is a crime thriller. It is a story that you walk into and like you hit play and it's almost like tripping a circuit. फिर उसके बाद जिस चीज़ें होती रहती हैं when you don't stop. You keep getting immersed deeper and deeper into the occurrences, into this wonderful plot that Abhishek and his team have written, and these wonderful actors have fulfilled it. You can't leave. So it's killer in that sense that once you take a sip, then you're stuck.
Abhishek, I want to speak to you about this. I read somewhere that this one newspaper headline prompted this plot. What was this headline? What was this story? What is the true story behind this?
So my writers, they came to me with this idea. A wonderful bunch of people, very bright, young, talented.
Passionate.
Anant, Uneza and Harshad. These guys came to me with this, so it literally fell on my lap. And the thing is that when you serve when you serve the internet these days, you come across a lot of bizarre headlines. A lot of stuff that Savdhan India type stuff. That's happening, and we all have some level of ADHD, so we just kind of just skip across them. But if you just pause and think what is actually written here, what must have gone on, and if you try and research, then the reality is very prosaic and boring. So we just stopped at that. Let's not get into what really happened. Let's just look at this headline and what if. And then we develop the story from that point on. So the inspiration was somehow from an actual headline, but the show is just its own beast.
What was this actual headline?
This exact thing that is the meat of the show.
Like
that
a woman like changes her husband, like replaces her husband. Was that the story?
Somebody actually thought that this could work. Yeah, somebody.
Manoj sir, I want to talk to you about, you have worked with Abhishek before in Son Chidiyal, also in Hangama Kyun Hai Barpa, which is part of Ray. How has this creative relationship evolved over the years?
I don't know. It's just mutual admiration. But more than him being a director or me being an actor, we also, we have the similar likes and dislikes, come from the same culture. Similar, likes for the kind of food that we eat.
Yeah.
So I think, everything together. And then if you really, working with someone who you really admire, that is true with me, and someone who is always guiding you, holding your hand and taking you in the right direction, and you feel safe in somebody's company. That makes, I think that really ticks so well for me. I know one thing, that all the questions that I have where I'm not finding an answer, Abhishek will have it. So you know this. You know that you are in safe hand. You know that even if you're falling short, you are going to be well taken care of. Yeah.
What was his pitch to you about the show? Because this is like a double role.
Just what he told you. That's it.
Okay.
It's based on true story, and this is the story. And that time I was stuck in the lockdown in Uttarakhand.
Okay, so this was like in
first he spoke to me about
2020.
2020. So he said that I'm sending you something. It's a 1 hour short film that I'm doing. So you read it and call me. But I actually have not called you for this. I've called you for something else. Okay. It's a series that we are planning. So whenever you come back to town, and I would like to pitch it to you. I said, Okay, series. मतलब कमाल हो गया. Abhishek Chaubey is going to make a series, and series means 3 films. So you are
Yeah.
going to be directed in literally 3 films by Abhishek Chaubey, who is one of your favorite directors.
Yeah.
So I was quite excited about it. Yeah, that's all. See, Abhishek doesn't have to pitch it to me.
Okay.
No,
you have that
I'm
sort of
already there. I'm already there.
Abhishek, this is the first time you are also doing a long format, a series. Like, how is the experience? Like,
It's been
it
great.
is- Like,
It's very satisfying, creatively very satisfying. I mean, you know, the volume of work is a lot. So it's just the sheer difference. I mean, we used to doing 2.5 hour stories. This is a
Yeah.
7-hour story.
Yeah.
So it's just the sheer volume of it that's quite exhausting, but it's also equally satisfying, you know, because you know the structure is was so new to me as I was writing it. But you know, you can really get under the skin of 7 to 8 characters.
Yeah.
You know, build their histories, talk about their fears, you know, fully well-rounded characters, which is so hard to do in a 2-hour story. You know, you can just do ride by maybe the protagonists and a few others, but to do it at such scale in this was tremendously satisfying. I mean, you know, the rewards are immense of doing a series, and if you manage to do it well.
I really need to ask you guys this: what made you think of Manisha Koirala? Like, whose idea was it to put such?
it was in the script actually.
Okay.
This happens to be the lovers theme song. It's
Yeah,
the theme
to
song,
it is.
and it stands to reason. I mean, it's one of the greatest love songs we've had. So that and because they are lying to each other, I mean they're lying to the world, so they cannot store, you know, their names
Yes.
on their phones. So stands to reason that they will use the name of the actors who played.
Yeah.
So that's how it developed. That's how it was. That's where it was at when we were writing it, and then sort of one thing started led to another. कि अच्छा, चलो ये नाम ही acquire कर लेते हैं. That she uses this name, you know.
So the song came first, like you guys.
Song
thought
came
of-
first, yes.
Yeah,
Song
but
came
what made you think of this song in particular?
because you know, I mean, the song came when I was into, I think, 12th standard in school.
Yeah.
So you know, and this was an iconic film. Manisha Koirala was an icon back then, even is today. And to watch that song on screen for an 18-year-old was quite something, honestly. So yeah, that song happens to be one of, and I was studying down south also back then when this film came out.
Okay.
So this song, I had heard it in Tamil first, and you know, so it had special meaning for me also. So when we were writing this thing, so it comes right in the first episode. So we were thinking of a song, and then a light bulb popped that why not use this song? And then, like I said, one thing led to another, and then it became this thing because it's Manisha Koirala, and very graciously Manisha ji allowed her to use her name, and yeah, it worked out beautifully.
And Manoj sings it really well.
This is the first time Konkona, you and Manoj are working together.
Yes.
Yes.
Right?
And Abhishek and I.
Yes. But Abhishek has written for Omkara.
Yeah, but not as
but
a director actor, never.
Yes, as a director actor, this is the first
Yes.
time. So, like, how is it? Like, because I was researching about it and I was like, how come they have not worked together yet?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Exactly. It's a
that's-
mystery.
Nobody
We've
thought of
both
it.
been, around for a
Yes.
really long time,
Yeah.
and thank God that Abhishek had this idea
Yeah.
to put us together. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
But it's surprising because
Yeah.
we have both been in the same kind of
Right.
zone-ish.
We're going to zones,
Zone-ish,
yes.
Yeah.
But I was quite excited when her name popped up because I was with the project since the inception, right?
Yeah. We didn't even have a script.
No,
when I
nothing. So they were still, they started working on the Bible, and I was with this script, with the whole thing from the beginning. So when her name started popping up, and all the names were being thrown in the air, and suddenly one day he called up and said, "Sir, Konkona kaisi rahegi?" मैंने कहा कैसी रहेगी? अच्छी रहेगी.
Can I tell you, they needed Netflix to come and make this pairing happen.
Yeah.
Netflix favorite, he's an
that's-
OTT favorite. It had to happen.
I'm just so happy it all came together.
Another very interesting casting, I think, is Sayaji Shinde.
Oh yes.
Yes. You are working with him after Road or like between, there was a...
I've done one English film which never released, but yes, after a long time. He's a very dear friend of mine since Shul.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shul is the film where I can claim that I found him. He was very busy in theatre.
Yeah.
And we were looking for the antagonist part. And that responsibility was given to me by Ramu. So one day I just thought, I just saw an advertisement of a play, and this face was there, and I said, I must meet this actor. Who is there? I mean, he's just apt for the role. And I found out, so the moment Ramu met him, he called me and said he's finalized. So from that time till now, we are very good friends. And also he started NGO for plantation.
Yeah.
So I am with the NGO, with this initiative. So we always talk.
It must be really fun, no, to have Manoj sir and Sayaji have like a brother relationship. Because when I was watching it, I was thinking of Shul, like how he's meeting him.
They had a fantastic time with each other on and off set. While working together, of course, it was a lot of fun. It was very comfortable. And actually, a lot of the shades of the brothers were there in real life also. You know, they could be completely irreverent.
One funny incident, I think I've never told you guys. So there was a courtyard, the resort where we were staying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was sitting and having my lunch. And I could see him swimming in the pool.
Yeah.
And suddenly, I saw him waving at me. I said, "Kya hua?" "Arey सांप है इधर, मेरी तरफ आ रहा है." I said, "भाग वहाँ से." नहीं, आने दे इसको, आने दे.
They're very funny, both of them. It's actually a pleasure for all of us.
Yeah.
You know, when they're acting, interacting, they're great fun.
Then the
Was there
hotel
a
staff
snake
came and they kind of took the snake away.
Oh, there was.
But
That's Kerala for you.
That's Kerala for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Konkona, I want to ask you, now that you have also become a director, like Death in the Gunj is there, The Mirror came last year. When a director and an actor, when you join a film script, like a film, as an actor, how do you balance in your head the director and the actor? How do you balance? Like, do you feel like this shot maybe like this? Is that thing happening?
No, not at all. Not at all, actually. I think it's because, I'm primarily an actor and I've been an actor for so long, 2 decades plus,
Yes.
So I think if at all this phase was there, it must have been there. I actually do remember it there in my very early films, when I didn't really have much experience as an actor, and I used to think like, and that time some films were also, like, not so great, some of them. And so that time I remember sometimes thinking, oh God, why are they doing this? Oh no, what is this set design? Oh, this costume or this dialogue is not right. And then I learned to rein it in, focus on my job, let other people, do their job. So that has never come, I don't think that comes into play when I join a project as an actor at all.
But all of this must have helped becoming a director, right? When you
Hugely. Hugely helped, because I think that anybody who would like to be a director, it would be great to have as much exposure to sets as possible, because the set is a very unusual environment. It is a very chaotic environment. It's very disparate elements, all working together. So, to find your comfort in a film set with so many members, it's imperative to have, I think it's useful and worthwhile to have a lot of on-set experience.
This series is based in the south. Like, any particular reason that it was based there? Like,
When the writers came to me, it was set in Kodai Canal.
Okay.
And it appealed to me because Nilgiris is a place that I've loved. I've been there many times in the past, and I really love the Nilgiris. We eventually changed from Kodai Canal to this fictional town because of certain requirements that we had, which would be false to do it in Kodai. But, it's one of the privileges of a filmmaker to, go and experience a completely new milieu that you have not done. And you don't do it as a tourist, you experience it very intimately, very closely at hand. It was an opportunity to just do that and also learn some Tamil while you're at it. So, it's always fun. I've done in all my films, I've traveled to various parts of North India, and this was an opportunity to go south of the Vindhyas, and I was not going to let it go. In fact, this is not going to be the last time. So, there's going to be more of it.
On that note, thank you. Thank you so much, guys, for speaking to me. Best of luck.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Thank you so much.